Dr. Soye, let me first come to you. There's a very important point that many experts, and I'm sure Dr. Paul must have heard this from a lot of people in the past also, he's been asked these questions also in the past, is to allow private sector into the vaccination drive, right? Those who can pay should pay for the vaccine, maybe if it is at an elevated cost or an increased cost, and then you can have a subsidized vaccine for everyone in government hospitals or other facilities. Do you think that this stress on a dual strategy could perhaps work going ahead?
So Aniket, I think the first and foremost the problem is vaccine hesitancy on the part of people who have access to this vaccine. Prior to April 1, we saw essentially very few people, it come down to very few people coming up for vaccination, people who had access to it. This was above 65 and so on. And even today I see the vaccine numbers at private hospitals way below levels and way below our capacity and our potential to vaccinate people. This is perhaps happening due to vaccine hesitancy, happening due to a lot of what people are reading in WhatsApp media and so on and so forth. I want to use this forum to sort of communicate one fact, that nobody, at least that I'm aware of within my healthcare system and amongst my peers as well, has had a serious or a severe case or has been admitted into an ICU after 2 jabs of vaccine. Having said that, what I see on the ground today is our healthcare centers are, which are vaccinating people, are operating at less than 40% capacity. So it's just people who have access to vaccine don't seem to be coming up, and people who don't have access to vaccine seem to be crying for it. Yes, of course, I think, the way forward is to vaccine as many as possible. At least people who are seeking this vaccine, people who can afford it should be able to pay for it. People who can't afford it are clearly being subsidized even as we speak by the government, because at the government centers is absolutely entirely free. But I think the hesitancy needs to go. If you open it up with what is available to all age groups, I do also believe that there will be a chaos, simply because just the extent of population which is there and would be seeking the vaccine. So you have to do it sequentially. You have to move it from one group to the other. So in that sense, I think perhaps the government is doing the right thing. Having said that, I think within the groups that it's available to, there is a hesitancy. Only less than 50% of the people seem to be coming up. I think, we need to dispel a lot of these fallacies and notions about vaccines out there.